In the part 1 of the White Snake biography we talked about this. Once upon a time, there was a white snake who had practiced Taoism for 500 years. One day, she swallowed a small soup circle that had been offered to a child by the immortal Lu Dongbin. The soup circle was a magical object, and it caused the white snake to transform into a beautiful woman named Bai Suzhen. Bai Suzhen soon fell in love with a young man named Xu Xian. The two of them got married and opened a pharmacy together. They were very happy together, but their happiness was not to last. One day, a Buddhist monk named Fa Hai came to Zhenjiang. He was determined to destroy Bai Suzhen because he believed that she was a demon. Fa Hai tricked Xu Xian into taking a pill that caused him to forget about Bai Suzhen. Bai Suzhen was then imprisoned in the Leifeng Pagoda. Xu Xian eventually remembered Bai Suzhen and set out to rescue her. He was helped by a group of animals, including a monkey, a turtle, and a fish. Xu Xian was able to defeat Fa Hai and rescue Bai Suzhen. The two of them were finally reunited and lived happily ever after. Let's move on to the rest of the story. Early in the morning, Bai Suzhen felt uneasy and said to little Qing, "Today is the double fifth festival, and the third hour at noon is the hardest to get through. You should go to the mountains to avoid it as soon as possible." Little Qing asked Bai Suzhen to go together. Bai Suzhen thought she was a true immortal for thousands of years and worried that if they both left, Xu Xian would become suspicious, so she insisted on not going. Little Qing said, "Sister, be extra careful and don't underestimate it. After the third hour at noon, I will hurry back home." Then she jumped out of the window and turned into green smoke, escaping into the deep mountains to avoid. As soon as little Qing left, Xu Xian came to ask Bai Suzhen and little Qing to go to the river with him to watch the dragon boat race. Bai Suzhen said that little Qing went to buy flower threads, she had to stay at home, and asked Xu Xian to go alone and not forget to bring some zongzi as snacks. Xu Xian pestered Bai Suzhen with thousands of words and earnestly begged her to accompany him to watch the dragon boat race. Bai Suzhen was pestered by him and had no choice but to pretend that she was unwell. When Xu Xian heard that his wife was unwell, he hurriedly took her hand to diagnose her pulse. After diagnosing the right hand, he diagnosed the left hand. Xu Xian exclaimed, "No illness, you are deceiving me." Bai Suzhen unconsciously lowered her head, shyly said, "I didn't say I was sick, I was pregnant." Xu Xian was overjoyed when he heard that he was about to become a father. He jumped 3 feet high and no longer wanted to watch the dragon boat race, insisting on staying at home with Bai Suzhen to celebrate the dragon boat festival. By noon, little Qing had not returned. Xu Xian went to the kitchen himself to heat up a string of zongzi and brewed a pot of old wine with realgar. Xu Xian poured 2 cups of realgar wine and handed 1 cup to Bai Suzhen. Bai Suzhen took the wine cup, smelled the realgar scent, rushed straight into her mind, and felt indescribably uncomfortable. She said, "I can't drink, eating 2 zongzi will accompany you." Xu Xian was not willing to give in. He pestered and said, "Today is the Dragon Boat Festival, whether you can drink or not, you should drink a cup." Bai Suzhen declined, saying, "There is realgar in this wine. I'm afraid pregnant women can't eat it." When Xu Xian heard this, he burst out laughing, "My ancestors have been druggists for 3 generations. Do you think I'm an outsider? This realgar wine can expel evil and avoid evil, calm the fetus and calm the mind. You should drink 2 more cups." Bai Suzhen was afraid that he would become suspicious, so she mustered up the courage, gritted her teeth, and raised the wine cup to drink a cup. As soon as the wine entered the abdomen, I felt a headache, swelling in my brain, golden stars flickering in front of my eyes, and my whole body was soft and could not support it. Bai Suzhen hurriedly supported the table and stood up, stumbled to the bed, lowered the tent, and went to bed in her clothes. Xu Xian was worried, rushed to the bed, lifted the tent to take a look. Bai Suzhen had disappeared, and there was a white snake coiled on the bed. He screamed in fright, "Ah!" He fell to the ground and fainted. Little Qing hid in the deep mountains, missing Bai Suzhen in her heart. Looking at the sun slanting west, she drove the blue smoke back home and came to the Bao Tang pharmacy in a moment. Little Qing hurried upstairs to take a look. "Ah, it's not good." Xu Xian died in front of the bed, and Bai Suzhen was still sleeping on the bed. Little Qing hurried to wake up Bai Suzhen. When Bai Suzhen saw that Xu Xian was dead, she cried loudly. Little Qing persuaded her not to cry, and it was urgent to find a way to save people. Bai Suzhen touched Xu Xian's heart, there was still a trace of warmth, and decisively decided to break into Kunlun Mountain to steal immortal grass. Bai Suzhen told Little Qing to take good care of her at home. And with a stomp of her feet, she immediately drove up the white clouds, floated out of the window, and flew towards the Kunlun Mountain. Bai Suzhen came to the air above Kunlun Mountain in an instant. Looking down, I only saw clouds and mist lingering in the mountains, full of immortal trees and immortal flowers, and green everywhere. At the top of the mountain were a few purple and lush little grasses that looked like mushrooms. They were the spiritual mushrooms that could resurrect the dead. Bai Suzhen landed on the cloud head, bent down and carefully picked a mushroom and held it in her mouth. She turned around and left. The white crane boy who guarded the Lingji fairy grass saw that Bai Suzhen had stolen the fairy grass and would not let it go. He spread his big wings and rushed towards Bai Suzhen. When Bai Nyangzi saw the fierce approach of the white crane boy, she had no choice but to draw her sword to meet him. The white crane boy stretched out his long beak and pecked at Bai Nyangzi. In the moment of danger, a curved cane suddenly appeared from behind and hooked the long neck of the white crane boy, pulling it aside. Bai Suzhen calmed down and saw that it was Nanjiao Xinwang who had arrived. Bai Suzhen knelt down and begged the old immortal to give her this Lingji grass. Nanjiao Xinwang stroked his flower-white beard and nodded in agreement. Bai Suzhen thanked Nanjiao Xinwang and hurriedly drove the white clouds back home with the Lingji fairy grass. When she returned home, she decocted the Lingji fairy grass into medicine and poured it into Xu Xian's mouth. After a while, Xu Xian spit out a long breath, opened his eyes, and came back to life. Xu Xian looked at Bai Suzhen again and again. He was full of doubts but couldn't say it. He turned around and ran downstairs. Xu Xian hid in the account room downstairs for 3 full days. On the 4th night, Bai Suzhen and Little Qing came to ask the account room. Xu Xian did not dare to tell the truth and stammered that the business in the store was busy and he had to settle accounts at night. Little Qing's eyes were sharp, and at a glance she saw that Xu Xian had mistaken the old Huangli calendar for an account book, so she asked him how he could settle accounts with the old Huangli calendar in his hand. Xu Xian couldn't get through, so he told the truth he saw that day. Hearing this, Bai Suzhen frowned and said, "You see, I'm a good person, how could I become a white snake? You must have seen it wrong for a while." Little Qing interrupted and said, "Sir did not see wrong. That day, I also saw a white, shiny thing flying out the window, like a snake, like a dragon." Bai Suzhen said that it was the blue dragon showing its body, which coincided with the prosperity of the business in the family and the addition of children and grandchildren, which was a good omen. This calmed Xu Xian's doubts, and the couple were as affectionate as before. The tortoise that escaped to the western heaven hid under the Tathagata's seat of Laozi and listened to the scriptures for a few years, learning some magic spells. One day, when Laozi Tathagata was taking a nap, he stole the golden alms bowl, cassock and Qinglong Zen staff, and escaped back to the mortal world. The tortoise turned over on the ground and turned into an ugly and dark Meng monk. Relying on his ability, he named himself Dharma Si. Fa Hai traveled everywhere. When he came to Zhenjiang, he saw the magnificent waves of the Yangtze River, the majestic mountains of Jin and Jiao, the grandeur of Jinshan Temple, and felt that it was really a good place. In order to occupy Jinshan Temple, he secretly used some magic spells to kill the resident old monk and became the abbot himself. He also felt that the incense in Jinshan Temple was not prosperous. He secretly used magic spells to spread the plague in Zhenjiang City, hoping that sick people would come to the temple to burn incense and make wishes. The families of people who were ill in Zhenjiang City came to the Baohetang pharmacy one after another to buy Bai Suzhen's avoid plague pills and expel plague powders, which were very effective. After taking them, the illness recovered. Fa Hai spread the plague, but it did not spread. Fa Hai was so angry that he pretended to be a monk on an alms tour, with a wooden fish hanging in front of his chest. He walked 3 steps and knocked it twice, swaying from side to side, and came to the gate of Baohetang Pharmacy in Zhenjiang City to see what was going on. When he looked inside, many people were buying medicine for illnesses. There was a young couple busy decocting medicine and writing prescriptions. When he looked closely at the young woman, she turned out not to be an ordinary person, but Bai Suzhen. He suddenly understood that the magic spells he used were broken by her, and Fa Hai was unwilling to give up. At dusk, Fa Hai saw Bai Suzhen go upstairs, so he knocked on the wooden fish, walked into the shop pretentiously, put his palms together in front of Xu Xian and said, "Master, your business is booming. Give me some incense money." Xu Xian asked him what kind of incense money he wanted. Fa Hai said, "Jinshan Temple will hold the Oban on the 15th day of the 7th lunar month. Come and burn incense sticks to pray to Bodhisattva to bless your booming business and peace for your whole family." Hearing him speak well, Xu Xian nodded in agreement. On the 15th day of the 7th lunar month, Xu Xian got up early, changed into clean clothes, and asked Bai Suzhen to go with him to Jinshan Temple to burn incense and fulfill his vows. Because Bai Suzhen was pregnant and had difficulty moving, she let Xu Xian go alone. When Xu Xian came to Jinshan Temple, Fa Hai grabbed him and said, "Master, you came just in time. Today I will tell you the truth, your woman is a demon." Hearing this, Xu Xian got angry. "My wife is a good and virtuous person. How could she be a demon? You Buddhists cannot speak nonsense." Fa Hai pretended to be kind and compassionate with a smile. "This is also difficult for the master. You have been blinded by the demonic energy." Fa Hai took Xu Xian into the meditation room and secretly told him, "The old monk saw that your woman is white snake transformed." Upon hearing this, Xu Xian suddenly remembered the incident on the Dragon Boat Festival that day, and was stunned in surprise. Fa Hai took the opportunity to persuade him not to go home anymore and stay in the temple to become a monk. Xu Xian thought of the deep love between husband and wife, and moreover Bai Suzhen was pregnant. He refused in every possible way. Seeing that Xu Xian did not agree, Fa Hai locked him up and forced him to become a monk. When Bai Suzhen saw that Xu Xian had not returned home for several days, she could no longer bear it. She and little Qing took a small boat to Jinshan Temple to look for him. When the boat arrived at the foot of Jinshan Mountain, Bai Suzhen and little Qing landed and climbed the mountain. In front of the gate of Jinshan Temple, Bai Suzhen asked a little monk if there was a person named Xu Xian in the temple. The little monk told them, "There is such a person. My master persuaded him to become a monk. He refused, so the master locked him up." Little Qing heard this and became furious, cursing, "You old thief bald monk, come out." Fa Hai saw Bai Suzhen and grinned coldly, saying, "You dare to come into the world to confuse people and break my dharma. The old monk takes compassion as the foundation. I will give you a way out. Hurry up and go back to practice the right fruit. Otherwise, don't blame the old monk for being ruthless." Bai Suzhen suppressed the anger in her heart and begged in a good manner, "You be your monk and I will open my pharmacy. Wells do not offend rivers, so why do you have to forcibly separate my husband and wife? Please let my husband go home." Fa Hai would not listen at all. He raised the Qinglong Zen staff and slammed it at Bai Suzhen's head. Bai Suzhen could only draw his sword to parry. Little Qing also came forward to help. The three of them fought fiercely in front of Jinshan Temple. The Qinglong Zen staff slammed down like Mount Tai pressing on top. How could Bai Suzhen, who was pregnant, withstand it? Gradually, she and little Qing lost the battle. Bai Suzhen and Xu Xian finally met. How the fate of Fa Hai and little Qing. The backstory is more exciting. Please subscribe to our channel and we will update you the next episode right away.